Kieran, tell me, how are the numbers looking for the 2014 IMAC conference?
Yeah, so far they're looking very good indeed. We're up on the same time last year, well over 1,000 attendees registered at the end of October, beginning of November. In totality, we had over 1,385 registrants last year, final number, so we're well ahead of our expectations, and we'll continue to be the largest captive conference in the world, it looks like, for 2014.
That sounds great. As you well know, Kieran, Cayman is well known for its healthcare captives as well as group captives. And I think that these group captives, even though they've been around since the 1980s, they're going to really come to the forefront in regards to the next area of great growth in regards to the Cayman Islands, due to the fact that when you consider roughly only about 3% of small to medium-sized employers have exposure to a captive or participate in a captive type program, there's an awful lot of uptick and opportunity there. And especially now with the Affordable Care Act on the horizon and being able to have that as a solution for the aggregate stop loss for small employers, I think that we're going to see a lot of emergence and more activity happening in the growth arena. But Gordon, also, with thinking about the Affordable Care Act, what are your thoughts in respects to using of cell type captives to address some of the issues there?
Well, that's a good question. With cell-type companies, as we all know, they were originally introduced as a asset protection mechanism, really for renter captives and that kind of facility. But over the years, they've morphed into a lot of different types of solutions for different types of captive models, separating risk, separating lines of business and classes of business, separating shareholders even in the same company. And I think when you're looking at the Affordable Care Act, we're really looking at bringing in some different risk elements into a structure which you don't want to expose to your regular asset base, but you also want to actually incorporate the risk management processes. And I think it's a great opportunity for the future. And on the point of group captives as well, we've been through a tremendous economic turmoil from the mid part of the last decade, 2008 onwards. But out of those kind of situations, you get a lot of the middle market and small market businesses that start up, that have developed. We've had 5 or 6 years now of development, and I think this is a great opportunity now for, as you said, the group captive solution, an SPC solution to actually go into that market and start meeting some of the more complex risk management needs.
That's the beauty of the Cayman model, I think. We have a good structure, we have a good foundation, and it sets the stage for people to expand and develop on various structures and using proven corporations and entities in new ventures.
So Gordon, I guess one of the thoughts that you've had is looking back historically in regards to economic downturns, what have you seen as the trend that has transpired since those downturn dates?
The Cayman Islands has always been at the forefront of these new innovative products. Some of them are already established, like group captives now. But in the early 1970s, we had the Med-Mal cases that sprang up in 1972-73, and we saw a whole host of healthcare clients setting up in the 70s because of it. In the 80s, we had high interest rates. We saw group captives boom in the early and mid part of the 80s. In the 90s, we had another credit crisis. By 1994, we had a huge growth in captives. I think it jumped here specifically from about 400 captives to 700 in a 4-year span. So there's no reason to believe that the 2008 credit crisis is not going to be any different from the other crises that we've had, and we'll see a big jump, specifically, as he said, in the group captive market because of the need in the small and medium markets. There are other areas, of course, that are going to come out of this, but the things, we should be optimistic about the future.
Sounds good. Looks like Cayman's well poised for opportunities in regards to the growth, and also, as Gordon says, being very innovative. And as Kieran says, we go from strength to strength in regards to the IMAC conference at the year end of 2014 and into the future. Thank you.